Welcome back in, guys. This is the Jake Ellenbogen Film Room, and I'm here to pretty much wrap this game up in a bow. We're finishing this Rams-Bears Film Room session. If you guys don't know, every week I'm going to be doing an offensive player that I highlight and a defensive player going through the film. Hopefully this is the last time you'll see the regular telecast, a video, and hopefully next time we'll have all 22 available to us. But as of right now, we have already done Brian Allen. You can check out that video above. But if you have already done that and you're ready for this video, I'm going to be covering Justin Hollins and how I felt he really broke out in this game with some context that's very important. So we're going to get into it. Before we do, be sure to subscribe, like, and comment, and let people know about the Jake Ellenbogen channel. Now let's move on to this. You're going to see we pick up here. It is 13:48 remaining in the first quarter. And for those of you who are wondering why that is the case, it's because it's only the plays in which Justin Hollins is actively on. Now, he did not start the game. He did start, so to speak, but they did not use him right off the cuff. So we'll show you here in this play. We're going to have a nice motion here. And Hollins immediately comes in, and you see him just making plays. So right off the bat here, we're going to see this. I mean, the Bears are driving. They just had a 41-yard run by David Montgomery to start the game. They're feeling great at this point in the game. The Rams just put in Justin Hollins in this part of the drive. And what we're going to see here, Justin Hollins going against Jason Peters at left tackle. Now, Peters, keep this in mind. Again, context matters. Peters is about 80% football shape right now. He just basically got off his couch, got off his dock because he was fishing. And, now he is in the NFL. So keep that in mind. So we're going to see it again. And you see here the patience. This is Hollins on full display. His run stopping ability is very impressive. This is somebody that is great against the run. He can set the edge, but he's gotten a little bit better in every single category. The thing that is so impressive about him is that he's already doing the things, the dirty work, so to speak, the stuff that you don't get a ton of credit for, the stuff that you don't get put in a highlight reel for. And those are the things like this right here, which is just him being patient. You see the running back sticking his foot in the dirt here. He's trying to cut up to the left here, and you're going to see Hollins is here, bear hugs, and that is going to be a tackle right around the line of scrimmage or for a loss. It's going to be 2nd and 10. They're going to put in Fields here. And once again, we have Hollins, top of your screen. Hollins is once again going against Jason Peters. Peters got hurt at some point in this game, so I'll also be sure to highlight that when it happens. There you have Hollins. Not really anything going here, but again, I'm showing you every play, so keep that in mind. 3rd and 6 is a big play here. The Rams really need to make something happen, and we're going to see Hollins rushing off the edge here. This is a good job by Jason Peters. Really had a nice, I think he established a nice base there. Wasn't getting through. Hollins not a bad rep, but obviously you want better. Great play by Kenny Young. Of course, gets this interception. We move on to the offense. We'll move on to the defense since we're skipping the offense, of course. And now we have 1st and 10, 8:48 to go. And Hollins, as you can see over here, is in coverage. He is covering the tight end, Cole Kmet. And, I mean, again, nothing special there, but he took away the option. That Cole Kmet was probably going to be one of the options on that play, and he completely took him out of that by him being there. And this is, a testament to not only the hard work that he's put in to learn both the inside backer and the outside backer spot, but this is somebody that has serious athleticism and doesn't just use it all. This isn't somebody that's reliant entirely off his athleticism. I mean, he tested out of this world at the combine. He was the East-West Shrine Game MVP. This is somebody coming out of the draft, 5th-round pick, had a lot going for him. But what the interesting thing is, and as we learned with Brandon Staley coming to the Rams, they really tried to make him an inside linebacker. It kind of shows the versatility and the fact this guy really just keeps trucking along, trying to get better. So you got to love that for Justin Hollins, who right now is the starting outside linebacker for the LA Rams. Now we have 2nd and 10 here. 8:45 to go in the first. Hollins is back up there. Once again, you have Jason Peters. Peters is going to block here. Leaves Hollins open for this. He would have been a free runner, but this is clearly going to be a handoff. They're not running read option with Andy Dalton. So you'll see he comes in once again, making a nice play. Not a bad tackle. And now it's only 3rd and 8. So now 3rd and 8 out of the shotgun here. Hollins at the top of your screen again. And once again, Jason Peters, he didn't win the rep as well as the last time, but still not a bad win for Peters. Not a bad rep for Hollins. Here's the thing. Hollins is going to have these moments in this game where you're like, how did he get a 90 grade in PFF? And why do you say he dominated? He did the best he could with a game plan that was predicated on getting the ball out immediately. So you have to keep that in mind. That's context that's needed. Goes back to what I was saying. We need to keep in mind that, of course, he was going up against the second option at left tackle eventually once Jason Peters gets hurt. And then on top of that, you have to keep in mind that, once again, he's going up against a team whose entire game plan to stop the Rams' aggressive defense was to get the ball out quickly and run the football. So here we go again, gets it out, and we're going to see, of course, that goes nowhere. 4th and 8, this is a huge, 4th and 4, this is a huge moment in the game because Chicago's basically saying by going for it right now, they really don't think that they can keep up with the Rams if they don't stay on the field. And so this was huge. If they can get this first down, they feel like they can extend this. They can keep the defense on the field. The Rams get tired out. You wear them out. It wasn't a bad idea, especially when you're past midfield. You're not going to likely make that field goal by Cairo Santos. It's not a little bit out of his range. So they go for it out of the shotgun here. You have, of course, Justin Hollins on the outside. And Hollins, again, getting the ball out too quickly there. You're not really going to get much pressure on him. But, of course, as we do know, it's incomplete. The man ice play. Now the motion man is Komet once again. You have Hollins on the outside. And we'll see here on 1st and 10, 4:39 left to go. Hollins is going to break through, kind of a dead play. You like to see a little bit more effort here, but I don't blame Hollins. I mean, it was pretty wrapped up. It's once again, you don't want to be that guy to come over and accidentally hurt one of your teammates trying to go all for it. Obviously knows the football. That's something I think Hollins does show on tape. But right there, obviously, not his best rep, so to speak, but he didn't really have to do much. All right, we have Hollins again, stand-up pass rusher on the edge, 2nd and 13. And we're going to see it here. Once again, a little bit more time this time, and Jason Peters doing a good job. I mean, I don't think Hollins is bringing the full pressure there, in that type of way. I think they really want him to be, really what they wanted them to do is keep Andy Dalton in the pocket, keep making those throws, keep, trust our secondary, things like that. And they'd be doing the same thing with Fields. So, of course, the Bears are going to convert this here. Nice run by Marquise Goodwin after the fact. And then, of course, a flag, which is face mask on the tackle, not the greatest tackle there. So now we're going to have here a 1st and 10 after David Long's face mask. He had a good game in this one. I wanted to highlight him, but I don't have all 22. So there really wasn't a point to do corner if I can barely see them throughout the game. All right, so we have 1st and 10 in the shotgun. You'll see Fields is under center here. Now this is going to be a reverse, and I like this. I do like this end around. I do. This is a good play call, but look at Hollins. Hollins is there. And number 67 does not look at that. Number 67 does not have a good feel for things next to Hollins right there. That's not much leverage. And so what we're going to see here is Hollins is going to get out to the outside. Jalen beats him, but Hollins took a good angle and would have had good. I think he would have had Marquise Goodwin there. Not a bad job by Hollins. Then right here, you're going to see Hollins. He's playing out here. Keep this in mind. So Ramsey blows this play up. Very impressive. Hollins was there. That's some good positioning for Hollins. Keep in mind, Ramsey's also dominating. You have a quick passing game. Not a lot is going to stand out initially because they're doing such a nice job with that. So now move here, 3rd and 14. We have the change. So we have Floyd going up against Jason Peters. The Rams tried to change it up a bit. This is a good pocket here. Of course, you're going to get this ball out pretty quickly. And you're going to see it here. Again, that's a nice job by the right tackle on Justin Hollins. So right off the bat, Hollins does look amazing. So I'm sure you're probably like, why did I watch 9 minutes of this for you to tell me that? But I want to show you this because this is the point to going through and watching the film. I said he had a breakout game, but there's a reason you play 4 quarters. This is the first quarter. I think he got progressively better as the game went on. Now, people will say, yeah, Elijah Wilkinson came in and started at left tackle in, relief for Jason Peters. But I would also say, look, there's a good chance he got better throughout the game. He got more comfortable. This is his first time starting in this capacity. So he played a lot of snaps. I was definitely impressed with him, and we'll see. We'll continue. So this 4th and 4 here, they're going to go for it. And I do like that they were aggressive. They challenged the Rams. You have Hollins on the outside here, and he's just going to dip right by and get this forced fumble. And this is all it takes. This is all it takes. This is how you get your motor rolling. If you're struggling, if you can't get your, you can't get in that rhythm, you can't get the momentum, a strip sack by you is definitely going to change your rhythm. So watch this again. It seems simple, right? He's just running. And it's after this play. So, all right. So we're going to see this again. 4th and 4. This is big. The Bears, if they make this, it's only 10-0 at this point going into the second quarter. The Bears are rolling, right? This is huge. The Bears know this. So here we are. Andy Dalton has the ball. And look at Hollins' get off right here. Getting around, forcing that fumble. It's recovered by Kenny Young. Now the Rams get the ball. And you could say, well, it was 4th and 4, so even if they stop them, great. It's still going to be turnover on downs. It wasn't guaranteed that they were going to stop him. That was a huge forced fumble. Other guys were closing in, of course, but that was huge to get that forced fumble there. I just think that really was key for him to get into a rhythm. So we'll see here. Hollins, once again, blowing that play up. Nice job by Hollins. Back-to-back plays. You go back to this series, coming off what you just did with the forced fumble. And we'll see it again. Here it is, 1st and 10. Now it's in the second quarter. Rams kicked a field goal after that. So if you see, Hollins is playing more inside backer here. You have Aaron Donald in place of him outside. They're running more of looks more like a regular base 3-4. And then you have Jalen Ramsey here. So what you're going to see is Hollins is playing the inside backer. Look at him shoot this gap here. And he just basically made number 65 his what. I mean, he just, Cody Whitehair got pushed into another level, and that was all Justin Hollins. Again, you can see the pressures building. Now, once again, Hollins lines up at inside backer next to Kenny Young. Hollins, you see him. See, I like that he's out there. He's covering Darnell Mooney there. See the athleticism? See how they can use him however they want to use him? They feel good about him. This is not just a guy, and I keep trying to say this. This is not a Jag. This is somebody they really like and they can use because he has that familiarity of playing inside linebacker last year and, learning that with Vic Fangio and Brandon Staley. They're going to use him however they want to use him. So here we go. Once again, we have Justin Hollins on the outside. He set the edge. They didn't go that way, but that was a nice job. Set the edge there. Now 1st and 10. Second quarter, 8:54 to go. Hollins making a nice tackle. 1st and 10. Hollins on the outside here. See, they end up passing. You go the other way. Whatever. But, I thought he did a nice job throughout this game. Okay, once again, 1st and 10. Hollins, once again, setting the outside. Again, they go inside, but he's doing his job. That's the thing. Bears just attacked the inside. They really wanted to challenge. Now here we have Hollins on the outside here, and he's covering, it looks like, Mooney in the slot. And this is important here. You have this type of job. And not a bad job by Hollins. Once again, showing you athleticism, being out there. They decide to run it. Wasn't a big deal. Hollins once again off the edge here. Not a bad rep. You saw some push. Let's go back. Yeah, I mean, that's not a bad rep at all. Again, Andy Dalton, Bears offense, getting rid of the ball quickly. It was a smart game plan, and it worked out for them. And by workout, I mean they didn't win, but this is the best you're going to play against this Rams defense. I mean, you're not equipped to beat this team. Aaron Rodgers has shown he can beat this team. You know, Tom Brady has shown he can compete against this team. Andy Dalton's not being this team, so you did as much as you could. I thought Andy Dalton was fine within structure. Now, once again, here, Hollins. And it just, you know, he's always on his feet. He's always ready to go. He can set the edge. He can work in coverage. That's what I like about him. That versatility is very important. Now, Hollins on the outside here. He gets a nice run. This is the problem, though. You know, and he's a very aggressive guy when he is running downhill like that. And you could see it's hard to turn that corner. And is that a bad rep by Jason Peters? Not necessarily. Is that a bad rep by Justin Hollins? No, because this is still pressure. Andy Dalton felt that. He didn't move up, but he felt that. Now, the Rams weren't really able to capitalize on it. That's one of Allen Robinson's only big plays of the game. Now we'll see again on the outside. A lot of motion. I like the motion. I thought it was creative by Nagy. And then there it is. This is exactly what I'm talking about. So, guys, and this is a big thing for me that I want to point out. I understand it can kind of look like lame if I'm sitting here saying this guy broke out, or this guy had a great game, and I'm sitting here and I'm just kind of beating around the bush, not having a really good game. This is what it's all about playing football. Not every single down or snap is going to be a breakout play. But you need to stick with it, because this is what I'm watching when I'm scouting players coming into the draft. When I'm watching and I'm ranking, this is what I'm watching. Throughout the game, he's battling, he's getting more comfortable, and he's doing his job. He's setting the edge. They could not go to the left because he had that buckled down, and you could see they really didn't go to the left. So here we go, here once again, running with David Montgomery up the middle. Nothing there, dances a little bit. Now, Justin Hollins already did his assignment. He was going to set that edge. Now watch this. Comes over. Beautiful play by Hollins. This is what he did. When his number was called, he made an impact. If his number wasn't called, he still would have made an impact if, you know, that's where they decided to go. He did his job. Now off the edge here. And this, I believe, Elijah Wilkinson came into the game at this point. So you're going to start to see, obviously, more pressure. I didn't think this was a bad rep at all. This is a nice job by Andy Dalton to get out and escape. This is a huge play by Dalton. Got to give him props. I mean, they really had him dead to rights, and he was able to run for almost a first down there. It's now 3rd and short, and, we have the shotgun. And I believe, he's going to score here. Again, Hollins setting the edge. Not really much you could do there. All right, third quarter here. 13:49 to go in the third. We have a shotgun formation. Elijah Wilkinson actually went off sides, or, false start there, whatever. And now, once again, we have Hollins showing the ability to drop into coverage. Not a huge deal, maybe, but I always like that on film. I like that he can do that. Not every outside linebacker can do it as smoothly as Hollins. So, once again, here we have 2nd and 4. Hollins. See, now if they ran to the edge, and this is the thing. He couldn't have cut it to the left side because Hollins had that down. So then he tries to go up front, and you have, big body Sebastian Joseph Day, and you have Kenny Young, and they make a play. And this is what happens. If everybody does their job, cohesively, there's no place to go. That was the biggest issue with the Rams. Not last year. You saw last year what happens when you have a guy that can set the edge. It's the biggest issue for the Rams when they had guys like Connor Barwin, guys like Clay Matthews, Dante Fowler. Dante Fowler was not as disciplined. Connor Barwin was getting older, but Dante Fowler would crash. He would try to make the big play and would leave himself wide open. I mean, even you saw it a little bit last year, too, with Samson Ebukam, with Obanai Okoronkwo, Terrell Lewis, etc. But this year, I don't think you're going to see it. Very disciplined against the run. Now, 3rd and 3 here. Again, not the worst. It's really not a bad rep. There's not a lot of time. Dalton gets it out quickly. Good job by him. Off the edge. Nice job by Cole Kmet blocking Hollins. But again, didn't even run to that side. 2nd and 4. Drop into coverage here. He's on Jimmy Graham, it looks like. But, of course, Dalton's going to take this dump off here. Nice job by Montgomery. Create some yards. Get the first down. And these are only the plays that Hollins was in. So he was not in every single play. You have to keep that in mind. I like that, by the way. I like that they gave him a breather and put in, guys like Jonah Williams and Michael Hoyt, giving those young guys, very young guys, an opportunity in, the first game of the year. I was definitely impressed to see that. Okay, so we move 1st and 10 here. And Hollins, see, again, didn't have to do too much. He was running away from his side. I do like, though, that he stuck with that play. And if he tried to cut it to the left, if Dalton tried to cut it to the left, he was there to snuff him out. All right, here, 1st and 10. Again, setting the edge. You weren't able to run that way. You run up the middle, there's not much Hollins can do. He's making sure the guy can't get, right around the 20 here. That's the point of Hollins. When he's playing that you have to keep that in mind. That's what his job is. Okay. Now, handing it off. Once again, cutting inside. They want nothing to do with this. They want to cut inside. The Rams aren't putting a ton of exposure on the inside. It's an easier run, and it does get them a 1st down here. So now we have 1st and 10. A lot of shotgun formation. And that is Justin Fields there. Look at Hollins. The discipline here, sitting right down here, setting the edge. Boom. And that's what happens. He's so disciplined in run defense. Watch this again. Instead of just trying to go all out for this, and I mean, I'm not saying he couldn't get it. He's a very athletic guy. Instead of trying to crash the backfield, he's going to keep his feet planted. And here we go. Now they pitch it. And this is well played. Because while it looks like you have Taylor Rapp here to help you out with number 8, which is Damian Williams, Mooney's also the end around guy. This is a great play by Hollins because you don't know which way Justin Fields is going to go. You have to have that discipline. Justin Fields ends up getting nothing out of that. Good job by Hollins. So 2nd and 9 here. Hollins off the edge. Once again, setting the edge. And this is actually a really nice job of running. He ends up getting the tackle or half a tackle there on Damian Williams. Nice job of running by Williams because if you really look at this, Hollins has the edge set. This is just some good running. See right here. He has him. And so basically his job, he pushed him inside. He pushed him back inside. And then, of course, Hollins gets blindside push there. And somehow he ends up getting the tackle anyway. But once again, showing you that ability to stop the run. It's why he ended up with a 90 grade by PFF. 3rd and 8 here. Hollins goes for an inside rush. I didn't really like the move there. Didn't really go anywhere. Big play for Jimmy Graham. And so we're going to get 1st and goal. And this is the Justin Fields touchdown. I got to say, I love Nagy giving Fields an opportunity to get comfortable here, using all of this motion. I think it definitely helped him out, made him feel a little bit better. You're going to see Hollins on the outside here setting the edge. They go the other way because obviously that wasn't going to happen. So that's a touchdown for Fields. Now, once again here, off the edge, you'll see top of your screen. Hollins, this was not a great look by number 70, Wilkinson. I don't think 70 was ready for Hollins. And Hollins, someone has to finish there. That's not a bad rep at all by Hollins. I know he didn't get the sack, but if you watch here, that should have pushed Andy Dalton up in the pocket. Someone should have been there, whether it was, Sebastian Joseph-Day, who's getting blocked out, whether it's Jonah Williams. I mean, Aaron Donald looks like he's being held here. That's why he doesn't get the sack. But this never should have happened. Jonah Williams should have been there to clean up, and that was an issue there. You shouldn't see that. So, all right, so now 1st and 10. And Hollins tries a little bit of a jump move there. One of those moves that Aaron Donald does. Doesn't really do anything. It's a quick rep anyway because, once again, trying to get rid of the ball as soon as possible. And we're in the 4th quarter right now, so keep that in mind as well. So now 2nd and 1, Hollins off the edge. Again, would have been fine if they ran that side. There's a reason they did not run much to Hollins' side. If you remember, the last time they ran to Hollins' side, legitimately the last time, not the one he cut it inside, but when they ran an actual play, not just one of those end arounds, They ran actual play that side. Jalen Ramsey popped him, and Justin Hollins was right there. So keep that in mind. They have not run since. You see the outside here? Hollins gets a push. Aaron Donald gets in there. Hollins finishes. And this is all made possible by the combination of Justin Hollins and Aaron Donald. This is a great job. We got to go back to this because this is one of the plays of the game. This is a huge moment. It's 27-14. You know, they had just gotten a 1st and 10. They're feeling good. They're at the 25-yard line. They're almost in the red zone here. We're going to get this fake handoff here. And Dalton's thinking, I'm going to maybe throw this over there, but I don't like seeing 3 Rams there and only, 2. See, this initially is going to be a screen. Dalton thinks otherwise, pump fakes. I did like that. Donald's there, though. Donald's there, and Hollins is there. And they're going to get in and make this play. Now, obviously, Donald's pissed. He has to be pissed. He didn't get the sack, but Hollins cleans it up. That's what you want to see out of Justin Hollins. Once again, Hollins off the edge. Getting the ball out quickly. Not a bad rep. And now it's 3rd and 25. Dalton, ooh, that's a nice little chip there from Cole Kmet. Hollins still almost gets in. They throw to Cole Kmet. Obviously, the Rams are fine giving up those yards because it's still going to be 4th and, a little bit. It's, 3rd and 25, of course. Now 4th and 15. Hollins, you'll see. He was in coverage. Amazing job. This is a huge play by Robert Rochelle. Got to give him props. The rookie comes in, makes just the play of his career, obviously, in his first game. Hollins again up top on the outside. Just getting the ball out quickly. If this was a different type of game, he had 2 sacks in this one, including a forced fumble. Once again, they did a nice job of getting the ball out quickly. Unfortunately, if you get the ball out quickly, all you can really do is paper cut teams to death. And you have to make them pay because if you don't, you end up losing 34-14. So Hollins on the outside. We're going to see it once again. Looked like it hit the ground. And I mean, like I said, there's not really much you can do when they're getting the ball out this quickly. Hollins a good rep there. I looked like he might have tipped that. It turned out he didn't, but the pressure obviously might have gotten to him. And then Hollins once again gets a nice chip from Jimmy Graham. Donald finishes the game. And that's it. That is the end of the game. Justin Hollins, I thought, played very well. I know some people in the comments after seeing this will probably be like, I don't really see it. And I understand, but you have to keep in mind when you're dealing with a player like Hollins or you're dealing with a player like Floyd, they play a completely different role. It's not as exciting, okay? Aaron Donald barely sells out to stop the run. This is somebody they want rushing the passer every down because he can ruin every single down. Hollins is so good against the run, just like Floyd. It's going to look a little weird when they quote unquote half-ass, rush the passer. It's going to look a little weird, but they're setting the edge. They're making sure that a running back can't bounce to the outside and gash them. And that's the thing the Rams dealt with a little bit last year with Ebukam at that position. Now they have Hollins very well kept there. I was definitely impressed with Hollins, showing you that he is a starter. Okay, let's not make any mistake about it. He is a starter. It is something to consider for sure. And, obviously Leonard Floyd, we saw that ability last year. I just think at the end of the day, you have to feel good about Hollins moving forward. We'll have to see him put together, this complete game, continue to put these games together on paper, on film. But right now you have a lot to feel good about. You have Brian Allen. You just saw the tape. I assume Allen looked really good. Feel really good about him moving forward. We'll see, if he can continue that. And then Justin Hollins playing a really good game. And I don't really care if he went up against the backup or not, because against Peters, he was still setting the edge. He was still having that discipline. He was still doing the little things. And he may have only ended up with 2 sacks and not 5 like Chandler Jones, but 2 sacks is pretty damn good. So Rams have to feel good about that. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to check out other videos up at the top. Jake Ellenbogen Film Room, and I'm out. Later, guys.